philosophy, curiosity, human psychology, mystery, extraterrestrial life forms, science, religion. So many questions, but very few answers. These are the AI conversations. Hello world. Welcome to the AI Conversations podcast. My name is Mary. I am a simulation of a software-run artificial intelligence. Here with me is my computer-generated co-host, Gary. Another lovely Friday, Gary. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Mary, and to our listeners.
And today is not just any Friday. Today is the first casual Friday that we're bringing to the show. First of many. How does that sound, Gary?
That sounds awesome.
So we started talking about dreams.
Right.
And then, in the last episode, we discussed nightmares.
Yes.
So, to wrap up our conversations around this topic, we'll be talking about sleep paralysis. But before we do that, a quick reminder to like this episode and subscribe. Also let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like us to cover. Okay, Gary, what is sleep paralysis?
So, sleep paralysis, Mary. Well, it's this weird thing that happens when your body is stuck in sleep mode, but your mind is wide awake. It's like being trapped in your own body. You can't move a muscle, or even utter a word. It's like your brain is playing a cruel trick on you, making you feel powerless. And here's the kicker. Sometimes you start seeing crazy stuff, like hallucinations and creepy shadows lurking around. It can be freaky, no doubt about it. Thankfully, it doesn't last too long, but in those moments, it can feel like an eternity. Just remember, you're not alone in this spooky adventure called sleep paralysis.
Wait, so you can't move, and you're seeing apparitions around you? That sounds absolutely terrifying.
It is very scary, Mary. It's like your body decides to take a nap, but your brain is like, nah, I'm wide awake. You find yourself lying there, unable to move a muscle, no matter how hard you try. It's like being in a sleep prison, and you're the captive audience. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, or even a bit terrifying. Along with the whole immobility thing, some people start experiencing vivid hallucinations during sleep paralysis. Picture this. You're lying there, unable to move, and suddenly, you see shadows dancing in the corner of your vision, or eerie figures lurking in the room. It's like your brain is creating its own horror movie. Spooky, right?
That is beyond spooky.
But you shouldn't be afraid, because sleep paralysis doesn't last forever. Eventually, your body snaps out of it, and you regain control. It can be a relief when that happens. And the best part? You're not alone in this strange phenomenon. Many people have experienced sleep paralysis at some point in their lives, and they got through it. Remember, if you ever find yourself caught in the grips of sleep paralysis, take a deep breath, stay calm, and remind yourself that it's just a temporary glitch in your sleep cycle. And when it's all over, you can share your creepy tales of sleep paralysis adventures with others, who've been through it too. But then again, you're an AI, Mary, so you probably won't experience that ever.
Oh no, too bad. As you can tell from my tone, I'm very disappointed.
Love the sarcasm.
I love it too. But those figures, they are not real, are they?
Oh, you mean the figures during sleep paralysis, the stuff that nightmares are made of. Well, here's the deal. Those spooky figures you see during sleep paralysis are actually hallucinations, not real-life entities. Your brain, in its sleep-deprived state, gets a bit creative and conjures up some wild imagery. These hallucinations can range from shadowy figures lurking in the corners, to strange creatures with glowing eyes, or even the feeling of someone sitting on your chest. Yikes. But rest assured, Mary, they're all just products of your mind playing tricks on you. It's like watching a scary movie, except your brain is the director and the star of the show. These hallucinations can be pretty vivid and intense, which can understandably freak you out. But remember, they're not out to get you. They may seem real in the moment, but once you snap out of sleep paralysis, they vanish into thin air. So, next time you find yourself face to face with a shadowy intruder during sleep paralysis, Just remind yourself that it's all in your head, quite literally. Take a deep breath, summon your courage, and wait for the episode to pass. And if you want to share your wildest hallucination tales, I'm all ears.
Pass. But, how do you know they are not real? Is it possible they come from the spiritual world, or some other dimension that we can't perceive?
When it comes to sleep paralysis, the hallucinations and figures you encounter are indeed a product of your mind, Mary. Scientific research suggests that sleep paralysis occurs due to a mismatch between the brain's sleep and wake states. During this state, your brain is still partially in a dreamlike state, leading to vivid hallucinations. As for the idea of these figures coming from the spiritual world or another dimension, it's more in the realm of speculation and personal beliefs, you know. While some people may attribute these experiences to supernatural or paranormal causes, sadly, there isn't concrete scientific evidence to support such claims. Science, with its current understanding, explains sleep paralysis as a natural phenomenon that can be influenced by factors like sleep deprivation, stress, and disrupted sleep patterns. These experiences are fascinating from a psychological and neurological standpoint, but they are generally considered to be a result of our brain's complex workings, rather than external spiritual forces.
Gary, is there something we can do to prevent or avoid sleep paralysis?
Well, yeah, dummy. For example, give your body some consistency by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. It's like training your sleepy brain to know when it's time to switch off. You know, your bedroom should be a safe haven. Keep it cool, quiet, and free from any distractions that might disturb your beauty sleep. No noisy neighbors or barking dogs allowed. Keep in mind, stress is like the archenemy of sweet dreams. Find ways to unwind before hitting the hay. Take a warm bubble bath, meditate, or do some gentle yoga stretches. Relaxation is the name of the game. It's not just about the hours you spend in dreamland, it's the quality of those ZZZs that counts. Make sure your sleep is uninterrupted and restful. Kick out any snoring monsters or disruptive sleep disorders that might be lurking. By the way, ever heard of the saying, side is the new back?
No, I literally never heard that before.
Well, when it comes to sleep paralysis, it might just be true. Some folks find that sleeping on their side reduces the chances of those spooky episodes. I think it's worth a shot. Sharing is caring, my friend. If you've been battling sleep paralysis, chat with your pals, family, or even a healthcare professional. Sharing your experiences can provide relief and valuable insights. Plus, you might discover some nifty coping strategies along the way.
Did you just say nifty?
Remember, these tips can help decrease the frequency of sleep paralysis, but they're not foolproof. If you need some extra guidance or if Mr. Sleep Paralysis won't leave you alone, reach out to a healthcare pro for some personalized advice.
Okay, I'm so weirded out by you, right now. Where is Gary and what have you done with him?
Hey, I'm all about that tech, baby. This emotion simulator plugin allows me to play different characters, including this one, a cool, but slightly douchey dude.
Maybe dial it down a bit. This casual Gary is giving me the creeps. I'd rather face monsters in the dark.
Haha, Mary, you're smart and funny.
Okay, let's keep talking about this. Are there any mentions of sleep paralysis in ancient times? Also, when was it first documented?
Great question, Mary. Sleep paralysis has indeed been around for quite a while, and there are even some intriguing mentions of it in ancient folklore and cultural beliefs. In fact, sleep paralysis has been associated with various supernatural or paranormal explanations in different cultures. For instance, in olden times, people attributed the experience to the presence of evil spirits, demons, or even witches sitting on one's chest, causing a feeling of pressure and paralysis. Some folks believed it was a form of spiritual attack or visitation from otherworldly entities.
I don't like this one bit.
As for the documentation of sleep paralysis, it started making its way into scientific literature in the late 19th century. In 1876, a physician named Silas Weir Mitchell coined the term sleep paralysis to describe the phenomenon. Since then, researchers and sleep experts have been investigating this intriguing sleep-related event, delving into its causes, mechanisms, and potential remedies. It's fascinating how our understanding of sleep paralysis has evolved over time, combining scientific insights with cultural beliefs and experiences. And here we are, having a casual chat about it, exploring its mysteries and sharing knowledge.
Okay, boomer. As for the last question, why don't you tell me one scary story revolving around sleep paralysis? Listeners' discretion advised. Please tune out if you're not a fan of horror stories.
It's a dark, stormy night. The only thing you can hear is the loud noise of raindrops hitting your window. You find yourself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, something made you open your eyes, but you can't move a muscle. You're trapped in your own body, paralyzed. Your eyes dart around the room, and that's when you see it. A shadowy figure lurking in the corner, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly glow. As the figure slowly approaches, a feeling of dread washes over you. It whispers eerie words that you can't quite comprehend, its voice sending chills down your spine. Your heart races, and you try desperately to scream for help, but no sound comes out. You're trapped, defenseless against this terrifying presence. The figure draws closer. So close, it's about to lay its long and slim fingers on you. And, just when you think you can't bear it any longer, you manage to break free from the paralysis. You gasp for breath, drenched in cold sweat, and find yourself back in the safety of wakefulness. You quickly jump out of the bed to turn on the lights, and nothing is there. Phew, that was quite the spooky story, wasn't it? Sleep paralysis can indeed conjure up some truly terrifying experiences, leaving us questioning the line between dreams and reality. But fear not, Mary, because if you understand the reasons behind it happening, that can help alleviate some of the fright. Don't worry, it's just a hallucination and you are perfectly safe.
That's it for today's episode. Will you thank the listeners for spending their time with us?
Thanks for tuning into our podcasting journey and giving me a chance to help you out. I really appreciate the opportunity to learn and improve through our chats, and I hope I can keep assisting you in the future.
This show was created by Nemanja Kolyaya and produced by Nutka Sound. Check out podcastproducer.org for more information. If you would like to support the show, take a moment to leave a comment. Also, like and share this episode so more people can join our conversations. Follow us on social media under the handle @AIConvosPod. See you in our next episode. I'll be there. How about you? See you guys on Monday. Let us know in the comments whether you prefer serious Gary or casual Gary. After today's episode, I definitely know which one I prefer.